And we're live. Yeah, good afternoon everyone. Welcome back to Staying Connected. Happy Friday. And we're joined this week by a special guest, so I don't know if you want to introduce yourself, Anth.
Hi, alright everybody. My name is Anth McDermott. I'm the Head of Marketing, Corporate Relationships and Challenge Events at St Benedict's Hospice. And thanks for having me here.
No, more than welcome, mate. Let me just switch the camera because I'm on Google Chrome at the minute, so 2 seconds to switch that around. Yeah, so hi. Hopefully everyone's doing well. I see a few of you guys in here from the cooking stream this morning, so if you got involved with that, let me know you got on. If it was any trouble, if you've had your cookies or if you've not made them yet, or whatever you're looking to do, obviously as always keep us up to date with that. So yeah, thanks for coming first of all, Anth. Thanks for being here. I can see you've got your repping St Ben's today with the hoodie and the bear in the background there.
Thought I'd best get dressed, you see.
Nice. Yeah, so I mean, if you guys at any point have any questions, I am keeping an eye on the chat on the right hand side. Dan is also in the other room at a safe distance, sort of monitoring the chat as well, so he'll shout out some stuff if I miss it. So just drop us a line and I'm sure Anth will be able to facilitate your questions the best he can.
No worries.
Yeah, no pressure, Anth, by the way. So yeah, I mean, we are looking to have a guest on every Friday. So some of the questions are going to be the same if anyone tuned in last week, but obviously specifically each organisation will have different things to talk about. So like I say, if you have any thoughts or ideas about stuff we could ask, give us a shout. So we'll crack on, and obviously you've sort of briefly mentioned your role there, Anth.
Yeah.
What does that entail then?
Yeah, so I guess for anybody who doesn't know who St Benedict's Hospice are, we're the only hospice that serves the city of Sunderland and the wider area. For anybody who doesn't know what a hospice is or what a hospice does, we're a facility which largely deals with end-of-life care, or anyone with any life-limiting illnesses or end-of-life illnesses that ultimately could be end-of-life. We're 14 beds, so we're relatively small, but we're constantly full, and we provide a huge service to the city. We are funded by the NHS. However, the shortfall that doesn't come from the NHS, we have to make up as a charity, and hence the reason that I work for St Benedict's Hospice charity. And I'm part of the fundraising team here, which is great. But obviously, as you can imagine, it's challenging at the moment. Yeah, for sure.
So that was sort of one of the questions I've got written down as well. So what sort of challenges have you faced with obviously the COVID-19 pandemic? What sort of barriers has that put up?
Yeah, of course. I mean, first of all, from a kind of patient point of view, nothing's really changed in terms of the services that we offer. For anybody who does have a life-limiting illness or who is very, really poorly, we're still going to care for them, and that's all perfectly fine. However, we have our day services, so we don't have a day services department at the moment, and lots of our clinics are cancelled. Just because we can't have lots of other people kicking around,
Yeah.
Simple as that. From a fundraising perspective, though, it's had a huge impact on us. As you can imagine, things like the Sunderland Running Festival, which has now been rescheduled to September. We had a skydive that was organised in July, that's now September. For a number of events which have all been kicked back, and that's it's a massive impact. And ultimately as well, people just can't get in to give us money, and people haven't got the money. There's a real fear, isn't there, at the moment?
Yeah, a lot of paranoia as well, I think, in terms of people are scared, and there's not a lot of great. I mean, we talked about this last week a little bit. It's trying to get a grasp of what information is out there and what's right and what's wrong.
Exactly.
I think that's the main
it's a scary place, isn't it?
Definitely.
Anything you read something one day, and I mean, if you look at the news today, Donald Trump's telling us all to put debt on inside of us, isn't he? So you know what I mean.
Did you see the video from the other angle where one of the medical experts was sitting looking at him, and you could just see her eyes slowly just oh my god, they just pretty much rolled all the way back into her head. She was just like, I cannot deal with this.
It's just so dangerous, isn't it, for somebody who's got so much power? And
that's
people it. Will be listening to that. I guarantee you, somebody today will have injected some
bleach or Dettol or something. Yeah. Well, interestingly enough, actually, I saw someone post an article that one of the bleach companies, I can't remember which one it was, had.
It was Dettol, wasn't it?
Dettol, yeah, it was Dettol. So they'd had to put out a press release to say, please do not inject our product into your veins or lungs. You will die. Like, you're going to die. So, yeah. The vetting of information at the minute definitely has to be one of your top priorities. And take some of the things you see online with just a big old pinch of salt, I think.
Definitely.
Probably slightly more than Mel used in our cooking this morning, I think. Just a little bit more. But no, I appreciate that. So that was obviously the challenges presented to you. Would you say that affected your role in terms of your day-to-day work and then?
Yeah, massively. I mean, I'm isolated at home because I don't want to go to the hospice. We've got vulnerable people, so I'm working from home. I mean, to be fair, I often work from home anyway, but now I'm permanently here. I can't meet any business clients. I can't go out and speak to our supporters. And I'm actually the only member of the team that's still actively fundraising at the moment. We've only got myself and the admin staff who's actually still in the business. The rest of the team's been furloughed.
Okay.
Because we just haven't got the income streams at the moment, to support it. So my job's changed in terms of I don't really get to see I don't get to see any corporates at the moment, but a lot of it's being done via Zoom, same as this. Which is quite nice doing a meeting in your boxer shorts, isn't it?
Yeah. As long as you dress from the waist up, you're fine.
Exactly.
Mate, honestly,
exactly.
You get away with it.
But yeah, my job now really has become we're trying to keep people as engaged as we can, social media wise. We're very active on Facebook and Twitter, and we've started doing a few TikToks. And
oh wow!
We just my friend Benedict there helps out quite a lot. But we just try and keep people in contact as much, because we've got a lot of people who are of an older age or perhaps vulnerable, so it's important that we just tell them we're here. We're not asking for their money, we're not really interested in their money. I mean, we are, of course we are, but at the moment it's just about keeping people connected, and same as you guys, it's so important at the moment. Keep talking, isn't it? Yeah,
definitely. I think just like we've got some obviously some mental health advice coming up a little bit later on. And we're obviously trying to continue to keep that in, but one of the main things you'll find probably if you look online is staying in touch with people, even if it's for 5 minutes a day or whatever it is, just making sure you can try and sort of like stay connected, hence the name. Whoever came up with it was a genius. It actually wasn't me, so I think it was Dan, so I probably shouldn't have said that really.
No, definitely
not. So I mean, obviously the day-to-day running of the hospice in terms of the care hasn't really changed, but it impacted the services available for like the day activities, and that's surely down to the obviously the health risks associated with it. But I think it is really great that you are still trying to reach out through things like social media and Zoom and stuff. And how have you found that? How have you found your new sort of found role as like an online wizard,
guru,
as it were? Yeah.
It's been challenging for us, because one thing that we've struggled with at St Benedict's for a number of years is there's been a real problem from a fundraising perspective with change, and there's been a real struggle within the team to go digital. And I think lots of companies have found this, and now all of a sudden people have actually thought, actually perhaps people were right, we do need to go digital, because if you're not digital at the moment, you're going to lose. And a great example of that's Primark, of course, who recorded 0 sales this month, because they're not online. So so it's so important that we change, and we're getting there slowly but surely. But I think this has really helped in a way to kind of bring us into the modern era. And I've spent the last couple of weeks working on the website and loads of different bits and pieces just to make things a bit more accessible for people.
Definitely. So I mean, that is sort of one of the other questions I was thinking about. I didn't prep you for this one, but have you found any things that you've started doing now that you'd perhaps carry forward in the future? It could be to do with fundraising, or it could just be like you say, like this connecting to people and stuff.
Definitely, and I think Zoom, in fact, and I've mentioned it a few times because I think it's great. I think it's a really, really good tool. I mean, I hazard guess that hardly anybody had heard about Zoom, prior to this, and now it's so good. You can speak to so many people. It's easy. You can share your screen. You can do all these wonderful things. So I definitely think we'll keep that up. And I think really it's about educating people as well. There's a real misconception that people think, I can't do it, I'm older, or I don't know what I'm doing with the internet, or I don't. Lots of it's very easy. Once you start using it, you realise actually it's not that scary. So that's really good.
I think the thing with the video conferencing software is it always used to be very much like a button down sort of. If you had to be in a suit and tie and you were attending like serious business meetings talking about like financial quotas and stuff. But thankfully it's not. You can put like loads of daft filters on and you can make it as sort of fun as you want. Equally with that, I think what you'll find is if there's anyone out there who does struggle with technology, you'll find a lot of people are in the same boat, especially at the minute. Now is probably one of the better times to sort of push yourself and try and get out there as well. And hopefully be able to engage with people that otherwise wouldn't be able to. So how's this? Where am I at? I've got my notes and I'm flicking through them. Right, yeah. So that sort of brings us on because you mentioned the impact it's had on things like fundraising and your ability to obviously do that because your contact being cut massively. What are the current sort of things that are going on in relation to donations, volunteering, and that sort of thing?
Yeah, I mean, as you can imagine, our donations have kind of fell off a cliff, for want of a better saying. But in the same kind of on the flip side of that, we're actually finding now that our newsletter's gone out and our appeal's gone out. We've been in some network recently talking about the appeal we've got going out, lots of different things. Money is starting to come back in again, and I think people are kind of getting used to lockdown a little bit. So, and what we're also finding is people are adapting and doing things. So, I don't know if you've heard of Run Geordie Run.
I have, yes. I did see the post, but yeah, go on, explain.
Yeah, he's been amazing. He took part in a duathlon, where he ran 100 miles. He ran around his house, and 500 miles on a bike, static bike. And he's raised $2,500, I think. So people are finding new ways to do things, and it's really good. And I just think for me, it's given us a real opportunity to get into these kind of newfangled things and move with the times. And there's lots of positive things. We have to take the positives, don't we? I think that's really good. Yeah,
I did see that one because I think you guys retweeted that one. It was he cycled 500 miles on his static bike. And he ran 100 miles around his garden, which I was even just thinking about running a mile around your garden. Like, how many loops unless you live in a mansion, how many loops of your garden is that? Like, that's crazy.
But he's amazing, Mark. He's fundraised for us for a number of years.
Yeah.
Probably 15, 20 years now. He's raised about £250,000, so he's a real
heavy hitter. Definitely.
Yeah, he's great. He's really, really good.
Yeah, no, good stuff.
But people are just looking at different ways all the time, and it's really quite exciting actually to hear people come up with these ideas.
Yeah, and so with that in mind, obviously, it's all the usual ways people would get involved. Is it just a case of checking those out in terms of, like I say, like ways that can help out or little things they can do? Is it the same channels that they would normally use?
Yeah, generally, most of our social media is updated all the time, so we'll always push new messages out. Our website now up to date at last.
Is that your doing?
That's what you're right. Yeah. So we've got lots of good stuff on the website where people can get involved. We've got online brew-ups, which is similar to the Macmillan Coffee Morning, so people can have a brew-up in their own house, which is really fun. We've got our Sunflower Day coming up in a couple of months' time, which I know you guys are going to get involved with. We're going to turn sun and yellow.
Yeah.
Massive success last year, and we could do it again, albeit online this year.
Yeah.
So there's loads of different things that you can do. You can now donate by text, which we've recently set up. Number of different things. So it's quite exciting in a way.
Cool. So yeah, that just what I'll do off the back of that is I'll make sure the links to the social media and stuff are in the description of the video if anyone wants to check that out. I'll get them updated, and just watch this space on our social media, because when we are involved, as you'll remember, anyone who follows us from last year, we'll post about it and sort of chivvy you a little bit to get involved. We did a basketball tournament and a football tournament, and we are scheduled to do Tough Mudder, but I don't know what the crack is with that yet.
At the moment it's still going ahead.
Okay.
However,
I
would be very, very doubtful that by August we're allowed to come out of the house and join an event with thousands of people. I mean, it's just not going to happen, is it?
Possibly not. So, but we'll still be doing it. It's just going to be done whenever it's rescheduled. So, like I say, watch the space, and hopefully, if it can get rescheduled, we'll be back back onto that, as much as I'm half looking forward to it and half not. Like I keep thinking like, yeah, it'll be good, but like at the same time it's going to be awful. I keep going on the website and seeing like the electric shock bit, and I'm like, do I want to do? Why did I sign up to this? Like,
no, it's class. You love it. I've done it 10 times. Like, I love it. It's great.
Yeah, no, good stuff. So the other one was, have you got any particular, obviously, good news stories from the hospice? Like anything you're particularly happy with or proud of in terms of the outcome? I mean, you can have the website if you want, but maybe something a bit more.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, what's really good is just to kind of speak the guys back at the hospice, and everybody's just cracking on, and we're really, really proud, that the guys are coming into work every day. They know the risks of being, frontline workers, and it's really quite, it's great, it's fantastic. These guys are just getting up and doing it. They're there for the patients first, is what these guys are always about.
Yeah.
And that's really, really, really good to hear.
Yeah.
So yeah, the morale's fantastic. We're in the middle of doing a couple of little videos and things, which we'll be sharing online and stuff soon. So really good. So that's the thing I'm most proud of, really, is
the staff.
Life goes on. Yeah, we just get over it.
Good stuff. I did see the video. They had the little family of ducks rolling on through the other day, which was quite good.
Yeah.
It was about 2 days after I saw some in the town centre, but I didn't have my phone out to capture them, and then they quickly scarpered. So I have to be on duck watch.
The world again, aren't they?
Well, yeah, that's it. I mean, we talked about it a little bit the other week. Myself and Daniel. Obviously, like the dolphins coming back, and all sorts of like different species that haven't been seen in different parts of the country and stuff for ages. So I suppose that's the one upside.
No, it is, and like I said earlier, you have to take the positives, don't you?
Definitely. And I think just on the note of obviously like fundraising, and I sort of chatted with Fraser from the community engagement team at Northumbria Police last week, and he was sort of saying the same. Like, it's good to see people taking care of each other, and looking out for each other, and there is that sense of we're gonna to the best we can get on with it.
Well, there's a couple of things. The clapping on a Thursday night is fantastic. All the neighbours come out. Everyone's look. We've always got on well with the neighbours, but we've never had a proper conversation. And that's really, really, really nice.
Yeah.
As well as that, I ring family members and friends up all the time, and I probably wouldn't have rang them before.
Yeah.
Probably would have sent WhatsApp, and that would have been it.
Yeah.
So that's really nice.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, even just daft things like me and a couple of my mates who obviously would sometimes go down the pub and have some food or something after football on a Sunday. We've been doing the Premier League quiz on a Sunday afternoon on the Premier League channel, just on a Zoom call and that. So it's been canny.
That's good.
And otherwise, you wouldn't have spoke with them. So it's good. It's good just to check in.
Of course it is.
So this one is more on a personal note outside of work. How have you been coping with the current situation in terms of filling your time around work? What have you been up to?
I mean, as we know, everything just blurs into one, doesn't it? But we're, I guess it's just about kind of trying to make days occasions, if that makes sense. So Saturdays, we always, we'll have a takeaway on a Saturday.
Yeah.
We'll all walk to mother-in-laws, and we'll do different things. But Thursday is the most exciting day of the week, and I tell you why. I get up in the morning, big man day, right? Big man day is a big happy time. Then the milkman comes, right? So I've got two different things already. We have a social chat on an afternoon called the 2 p.m. tea break, and then we clap on a night. Okay. What more do you want?
I mean, that's it. That's a day right there.
But other than that, it's just trying to get out for our daily walk, and just trying to make a bit of normality, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I've tried to do something different as well. Just like I say, a couple of people have mentioned they've been like reading different books, picked up drawing again, sewing, that kind of thing. I think Daniel was saying a lot of people sort of more our age were picking up like knitting for the first time. So obviously never knitted before, and it's here he goes. Is he going to show off now?
Knitted scarf. No, I've been building the Stadium of Light.
Right, nice. I was going to say that doesn't look like you can wear that. Like,
I mean, it's a little bit, but out of cardboard.
That's not bad. That's pretty good, to be fair. So is that all just printed photos then?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. You'll have to let us. Everyone will have to send them in when they've got their little creations on.
Definitely.
Yeah. So if you've got anything like that, you can show off as much as you want. I know a couple of people mentioned they'd been trying like things like yoga and stuff. Have you given that a go yet? Have you been doing your stretches and your breathing and that?
I did a Lugo 9 workout the other day. That was terrible and hard work.
Yeah, is that the PE teacher one?
No, that's Joe Wicks. I did a Joe Wicks one as well.
Okay.
But I made the mistake of taking up the Joe Wicks one on his. He does a thing called Fancy Dress Friday. Everybody's watched that. And so I rocked up and he's dressed as Scooby Doo and he's jumping around and I was like,
wrong day. You picked the wrong day to turn up to this, like, definitely. I can imagine. Well, if you ever fancy it, if you're ever bored, we've got the one on a Thursday where our health and wellbeing tutor Rob has been doing little fitness videos for us that you can do at home. So maybe just give one of them a go and let us know how you get on. I know Anthony. I don't know if Anthony's here today. Actually, he was here yesterday. He had a go and he said he was absolutely knackered for about 3 days. So yeah. So just checking the chat back. Let me just scroll back through because I've missed a lot. Yeah, people just saying, you know, don't be injecting yourself with bleach, which is sound advice. Some of the people first just saying thanks for the delivery of the food and stuff. Yeah, really sorry to hear about that one, Sue, as well. So Wib is saying he's done some music for charity gigs over the last few years and raised a lot of money for Washington Mind, for example. He'd love to do one for St. Benedict in the future as well. So there you go. There's a potential contact for you.
Yeah, pop in contact with me.
Yeah,
put my details on.
That's Mark. So he'll be getting in touch with that. I think he's coming on Monday actually. Yeah, sorry Sue, I haven't been paying attention. I'm just scrolling back through now. Yeah, so the best way to contact you, Anthony, is just via email. Yeah. Yeah,
email. Cool. My email's quite long-winded, but you've got it, haven't you?
Yeah, Mel's just posted it in the chat. So if you guys want to get in touch for whatever reason, we're trusting you. Keep it appropriate and just give him a shout. I'm sure he'd be more than happy to help you. And I'm assuming it's Andy from Sunderland People First is saying how cool is the stadium. So there you go. You've managed to get some compliments on that one.
Happy days.
Yeah.
Happy days.
Cool. So that sort of brings us nicely into our uplifting news segment. And like I said to you before, mate, if you've got anything to mention on that, just let me know on the different stories. Obviously, I haven't sent you the stories across, so I'll just be sort of explaining the different ones. However, the first one I picked out was actually a one from St. Benedict that I saw. So you're getting a plug there. So obviously I've seen you guys post this on Facebook yesterday morning. I'll just load it full screen, 2 seconds. In fact, I tell you what, I've just Dan in the other room has just sent me a WhatsApp message, and before I forget to mention it, before we move on to the uplifting news, the Diego quiz that we put out this week, because it is his birthday. I don't know if you've been on our social media. It was Diego's birthday yesterday, and we put out a quiz where I can't remember what the prize is. There's a prize. You've got until the start of Monday staying connected, as we currently have 3 joint leaders. So you might need to we're going to have to come up with some kind of tiebreaker, so we can't announce the winner today. But yeah, Anth, if you haven't entered that, we can get you the link to give it a go. But like I say, the competition seems to be hot at the moment. So yeah, we'll be revealing that one on Monday's Staying Connected, which is 4 or 5. I do have a couple of photos and videos of Diego opening his presents though, so we'll get to those in due course. He seemed to enjoy it anyway, so that was nice. So yeah, into the uplifting news. Where we at? There we are. So obviously you guys posted on Facebook yesterday that you were decorating the reception area.
Yeah.
And you've put out a little sort of plea for people to get involved. So do you want to just explain what you're after?
Yeah, of course. So we just want to brighten the place up. You know, as we know, when we're going on our walks, everyone's got rainbows at the moment. It's really good. It's really good for the key workers and staff to see. So we want to bring that to the hospice. So we're asking people just to send in any rainbows or any lovely pictures, to be honest. We've got our Benedict there, which, you know, you might want to incorporate. I know a few people have. You might even want to stick Diego on there, you know. Picture of Diego.
Why not?
But yeah, get them in. We'll get them on the windows so the staff can see them, a bit of morale. And if there's any patients around, of course, as well, it gives them that. So sort of brighten the place up.
Yeah, definitely. And if anyone's doing any of the digital imaging stuff on the Mondays, feel free to, you know, drop some in there. We've had a few images sent in that we've featured on the streams and on social media, so as well as it going on there. And I'm sure and or someone down there will be able to take a photo of us for us that we can feature if any of your stuff goes up there. So there's the address there anyway. If you are looking to send anything in, give them a shout. And like I say, that obviously that's the Facebook page there. But I'll drop a link to that in the description of the video. I just opened a tab quickly to the big night in, because we were talking about the fundraising and stuff, and they did quite a good show yesterday as well.
That was great.
Did you watch it? I didn't catch it all, but it was quite good. So just linking back to, you know, us all, everyone sort of banding together, I thought it was quite a good show. And if you missed it, it's still on BBC iPlayer for the next 30 days or what? 29 days. So maybe check that one out. So this one, one of my mates sent us this morning, the first sort of good news article, and it was Eminem donating, quote unquote, his mom's spaghetti to the frontline caregivers in Detroit, because they'd recorded 34,000 new cases and 2,800 deaths, which was like a big spike. So obviously the hospitals were completely rammed and overloaded. So he's gone down there, and I think there's a picture that they put on Instagram. So it just little notes on them saying thank you, frontline caregivers, and then it had like a little logo saying Mom Spaghetti on. So I thought that was quite a nice gesture from him. Very self-aware from good old Marshall. Good lad. So let's just see there. So I can't see. I was just seeing if there was a number on how many donated. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if you've seen, but there's been quite a few celebrities seem to be pitching in. We covered one, Danny Trejo, the actor from Machete, and I think Anthony pointed out the old El Paso advert at one point. He owns a taco restaurant, and he did something similar in Los Angeles. So he went down to the local hospital and sort of cooked them up some tacos on the scene, on the premises, which was nice. So apparently all the workers at the Detroit Medical Center were posting all over social media and absolutely buzzing with it. So thought it was a really nice little sort of jokey but serious thing from Eminem there. It was cool. Next
one of our hospice ambassadors, actually, Denise Welsh, who you know from the TV. Yeah. She's a loose woman. She's actually arranged to speak to our staff tonight via Zoom, so we're going to have a private conversation with her in terms of just the staff and Denise, just as a bit of morale. And I thought it was really nice, you know, to volunteer that.
Definitely.
She just said she wants to say thank you to them. They obviously get to meet her, and it's great. She doesn't want any publicity that. And do you know what? That's what it's all about, isn't it? That's you really see people's true colours, don't you, during all this? Yeah. It's great, actually. It's great people. Like that.
Yeah, I think there's like a lot of like cynicism around it as well, where people are. I've spoken to Daniel about this on the other ones as well, where people are like, well, you know, they're only doing it because they want the PR and stuff, and it's like, well, you kind of have it both ways. I think if they're doing it and someone's benefiting from it, I really don't see a problem with it.
Yeah.
It's like I say, that especially that one, because she's not, you know, publicising it or anything. It's really intimate sort of meeting with the guys, so
it's lovely, you know.
It'd be really good. Cool, yeah. So next one, a little bit more on the fundraising topic. Obviously, you'll have definitely seen it. Captain Tom Moore is set to receive a Pride of Britain award for his efforts in his. He did a similar thing. He was walking around his garden, wasn't he?
Do you hear a fun fact about the Pride of Britain?
Go on then.
2009, I was part of a group that was awarded a Pride of Britain award.
Oh, really? What was that for then? Go on.
I was in the army in a previous life.
Okay.
I was in Afghanistan 2009 as a medic, and as a med group, we won the Pride of Britain award. So Gary Benedict came out to present it to us along with Freddie Flintoff. It's really cool.
Congratulations! I didn't know that. You kept that one a secret. Surprise information for Anthony. No, good stuff. So he's joining an illustrious list if you're on there as well, and you and Captain Tom. Captain Tom has received a Pride of Britain award for raising over £28 million for the NHS. And I think the main point I keep coming back to is he originally set out to raise £1,000, and you know it's well over. I think it's over 28 now as well. So he's, you know, there's been a lot of fundraising for like his birthday party, which was cancelled, and he's been nominated for this award, which I think is really good. And
I don't know if you know as well, but it was really cool because people were offering him like new walkers and chairs and loads of free things, and he just said thank you, but I have everything I need. So,
Yeah.
donated elsewhere. And I just thought, what a guy.
Definitely, I think selfless doesn't begin to describe what he's done there. And again, I think it's sort of an inspiring one. I think it's going to inspire more people, like the likes of Run Geordie Run. I tell you what, because we talked about Run Geordie Run before, I will just briefly load his Twitter as well, because I know he's done a load of stuff with loads of different charities as well, hasn't he? He's been out there for years. But that's the image there, where he's saying he's done 500-mile cycle. So that's his static bike there, and that's him by the looks of it jogging around his front garden. He's back on whatever garden it is. He's definitely running around it over and over and over again. So fair play. So I think he's got a Just Giving page as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. Yeah.
So he's got that. That's his Just Giving page there. Bloody hell! Is that what he's raised so far? He's been on it. Yeah. Good stuff. Good job, man. So yeah, that's his Twitter. If anyone wants to keep up to date with him as well, that's at Run Geordie Run. You must have got in there quick to get that one. But yeah. So yeah, Captain Tom's now up for his Pride of Britain award, and I'm sure a whole load more of recognition, hopefully. And people have been sending him birthday cards and things just as a little thank you, which I thought was really nice. So next, little bit of a scientific one now, just to change the tone.
It's not about putting bleach inside of you, is it?
It's actually the sort of, I would say, the complete polar opposite of that. It's actual researchers at Oxford University are they started to put together like a vaccine timeline as they do in human trials. And I'll do a Control F just to make sure, but I'm going to search for bleach. Okay, there's no mention of bleach in that article. We're safe. So coronavirus vaccine is being developed at Oxford University. It's starting human trials with 2 patients initially, and it's going to go up to around 1,110 people to take part in the trial, in the initial trial in total. Obviously, they're stepping it up slowly so to make sure it's not fatal or anything like that. But they're hopeful that the larger number of trials will start at the beginning of next week, with hopefully gathering enough data from the likes of the community where the transmission's still high, to see if the vaccine's working, and that they're putting a rough time scale on it, of 6 months to before they can start properly analysing the data. But it really is. I was listening to a podcast about it the other day, which I can't remember who it was, but it was a little clip from it anyway, and they were saying, like, realistically this is really good timing, because vaccines are notoriously hard to come by, so the sort of path that we're on at the minute is really promising, and it's a lot more promising than it looked, say, 2 or 3 weeks ago. There seems to be a lot more sort of optimism in the air, so we'll see. Saying there that the government's going to provide 20 million pound to that team, and 22 million to Imperial College London, where the scientists are working on that vaccine as well. So fingers crossed for that one. But I just thought it was a little bit more of a promising spin on it anyway, because there's been lots of doom and gloom about how long it's going to take for a vaccine, but these guys seem a bit more positive and upbeat about it. I'll have a quick check of the chat because I was about 20 minutes behind before. Dan's posted a link for Diego's quiz. Andy's trying to cheat and get the answer of what mountain he's climbed, so we'll just leave that one out of there. Sue's saying it's really good to see how people are helping each other, true community spirit coming back again.
Definitely.
That's from Anthony. Lynn was saying, did anyone see the singing nuns down my way? They were proving quite an attraction. At least I was saying she did see them. I haven't got the video to hand, but maybe we can put that one in on Monday. They were doing some singing outside of I think it was a school, I believe.
Down next to St Anthony's, isn't it? That's where they are.
Is it St Anthony's, is it? Yeah, that's where they were then, yeah. So they were doing a sing-song and a general uplifting sort of thing, and some people were recording them the other day, so that was quite cool. Andy's going to be banned from the quiz in future if he doesn't stop cheating. It seems to be the consensus. Singing Nuns just down from St Anthony's. I will try and Lisa, I think, if Lisa's in the chat, if you can find that video and post that as a link. That would be grand. And then the guys can have a look at that. Did you see it, Anth, or not?
Yeah. It's
It's good.
and even managed to make its way onto the big night out the big night in last night. So
did it actually? I didn't know that. Like I say, I was sort of in and out of that, and then we stopped at 8 o'clock to go out and do the sort of couple of minutes of applause. And then there was a guy down the street from us who had like a flare setting it off, and I was like, I think people are getting a bit carried away with this.
But we seem to have fireworks. I live at the Barnes, and we seem to have fireworks every week. I don't know where people are getting fireworks from.
It's getting a bit elaborate, isn't it?
Oh god, I think it's gonna be a marching band next week. People keep playing like bagpipes and things, like when everyone stops out. It's really bizarre. But do you know what? Though? I actually really like it.
And to be fair, it's good. I think the issue was yesterday. I sort of looked down the street and there was just like a pillar of smoke on it. I was like, I think we need to be a little bit more careful, because the fire engines are going to be coming round soon. But no, it's good. It was, to be fair, it was a blue flare as well. So I will give them the credit. They were on brand, which was nice. So last little sort of this one, I put this in because I just thought it was interesting and it was a little bit different to the COVID-19 news. So apologies if this is a bit heavy going, because it is a bit tech heavy. But basically, look at that picture. There's a picture of Elon Musk on the screen now, and he does not look well. But basically, SpaceX, the company that Elon Musk owns, one of many, have launched testing a new service called Starlink Broadband, which is where he's launched a bunch of satellites into space to provide internet across the globe without like the barriers of having to lay big, heavy fibre optic cables under the ground. And at the moment, it's in a very private testing phase, but they think some of the beta trials could be happening in about 3 to 6 months. And you can probably sign up for those at any point. I would keep your eyes peeled for that one, to be fair, but it's one to bear in mind going forward, because I think it's a really good... We talk about Zoom and we talk about all these services, but they require like quite a good and stable internet connection, and not a lot of people have that. Even parts of like the UK still struggle with broadband speeds, and this could possibly be one of the solutions to that. So I thought this was just a good one to sort of look out for in the future. Really, that's the Starlink broadband, and that might not be the one that ends up happening, but there'll be some kind. They'll be always be pushing for innovation like that. Be it satellites or infrared or lasers or whatever it is. There'll be some kind of evil genius sort of plan probably, but I think Elon Musk's alright. I hope. We live in hope.
He's an innovator for sure, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely. That's the thing. If it drives innovation and it makes the broadband companies think a little bit differently, it might make broadband and fast broadband more affordable to everyone as well, which I think is really cool. I kind of want to go to Mars, but at the minute it's a one-way trip, so I think I'll hold off on that one for now. What about yourself? You fancying a quick trip to Mars anytime soon or not?
Well, why not? Why not? I mean, I'm not allowed to go to the metro centre, right? But
Well, yeah. I think that's like the fullest extent of social isolation, is just a different planet entirely. Would definitely safe. So yeah, if anyone wants a little bit more information on that, that's Starlink to look up. Quite a cool one for the future, that one. And I think I might have burned through all of my good news and uplifting articles actually. So let me just double check. Where are we at? Mel's saying here it is, but then she hasn't put a link in. It's alright. Okay, after the uplifting news, I will quickly and frantically open the pictures of Diego that Dan has sent me. So obviously, like I mentioned and like I promised before, we'll have some pictures of Diego. So I don't know if you've got the stream open, Anth.
No, but I can get it though.
If you open it, but have it on mute for us, so that it doesn't come playing through the speakers, that'd be great. And then you can probably just see these the pictures of Diego. I think there's a video in here as well. So I'll tell you what, I'll play the video first. So let me just change. There he is, except we don't want them scaled up as much. I'll tell you what, you're getting all the behind the scenes bits where I accidentally do everything wrong. Oh, I'm clicking on all the windows. Yeah, it was all going so well. Oh, there we go. Cool. And I'll play that. So this is his birthday. I think this was a birthday muffin that Mel had made him. He's just having a little chomp on there. I'm going to turn that sound down because he's getting his Diego chomping away on that. But yeah, he was enjoying that yesterday. And I think that badge there is the one that Jody from Sunday People First included in his card. And he got a few other presents off other people, which I think he appreciated greatly.
Bless him.
So you should see him in a second, mate. It'll be a little bit delayed for you probably, but you'll see him. There he goes. And then these are the pictures that Dan picked out for him, so give me a sec. Yeah, so Dan's asked me to show you these pictures, so give me a second. So I think these might be some of Dan's favourite pictures that he's taken either recently. So there's a few of them. There he is with his girlfriend Bailey, and then there he is with all of his treats and presents yesterday. I think that's now his new favourite toy that he's taken everywhere. He never goes anywhere without it at the minute. And a bunch of different treats and stuff. So maybe you might get a clue from that. You might not. For the quiz, we'll not give anything away. Don't want to throw anyone off. I might have just accidentally given out an answer, but we'll never know. Yeah, there we go. There's a picture of him with that. There might be some red herrings in there. You don't know. You never know. We could be playing a cryptic. You don't know. So yeah, there he is enjoying his birthday. So if anyone sent him anything or wished him a happy birthday, he definitely enjoyed it. He's been spoilt rotten over the past couple of days. Sorry I'm late. So Gary's here. He's just a little bit late. Andy, you might have got an answer there. You might not have. It might have been a trick. So just be careful. Thomas Smith doesn't mention it. Yeah. So actually, Lynn has just reminded me, and I did say I would mention it. So good shout, Lynn. I'm going to quickly go to a different tab. She sent me a video of it was a cover that some people had recorded. If you give me a second, I will just get that. And it got posted. So it was a cover of Eurythmics song, and it got posted on one of their actual pages.
Oh.
So that was really cool. But now Facebook's doing that thing where it just doesn't load the page. Let me have a little look. So don't know if you're. Yeah, so this is Tom and his sister Hannah. They did a cover version of Sweet Dreams by Eurythmics, and Dave Stewart posted it on his own Facebook page, which meant it got a lot more views than it probably would have.
Sunderland lad, of course.
Is he? I didn't know, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. It's even more relevant because it's local. Didn't know that one. So yeah, he put it out. I think it got to the Eurythmics page at one point as well. They might have shared it, and it's on thousands of views. So if I just load that page for you guys, we'll have a quick watch of that as well. Again, bear with Facebook because it's not our internet. I've tested it, definitely not. Right, so I'm just going to play that. I'll turn the volume down a touch.
Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world in 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to get used by you. Some of them want to abuse you. Some of them want to be abused. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world in the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Some of them want abuse.
So Anthony might not be able to hear this properly, mate, but I can send you the link anyway, and I will. I'll paste the link if anyone wants to listen to that again. There's the link of that.
Moving on, moving on, moving on.
Ah, there's Lynn's comment on it there.
Moving on, moving on, moving on.
Yeah, so that's an absolutely amazing cover, to be honest with you. I briefly skimmed through it before, but I haven't actually listened to it that far through yet. But it was really good, really well done. I think Lynn's saying Tom has half a heart and is a big supporter of the NHS and has already supported the Charlatans, Shed 7, James Bay and Sam Fender, and he's only recently turned 16 apparently. So that's pretty impressive, to be honest. And as you can see there, so Dave Stewart has commented on that via his official page as well, so I think that's got it a few thousand more likes and views and stuff, because he's got like nearly 1 million followers on that. So no, really good. I think he's done a bit of work. This Tom's done a bit of work. If I click on his page, it's Tom Mouse. Yeah, Tom Mouse Smith. He's got a bunch of videos on there, different stuff that he's done. So give him a follow if you want to see some more content like that. It's really cool. Yeah, cheers for that one then. Appreciate that. And I think where are we at? Right, so yeah, I'm all out of good news. There's probably some more out there, so if anyone's got any that you would want to be featured, say on Monday perhaps, or you've seen anything like that, so like what Lynn's just obviously sent us there, where it's someone, it could be local, it could be national, it could be worldwide. We're not particularly fussed where it's from, as long as it's, you know, a good positive message. We're happy to sort of have a little chat about it. And I don't know if you voted in this one, I've seen this one, but we've got our results in from the Idiot of the Week poll that we put out on Wednesday, I believe. Well, it was one of the days, like you say, they're all the same by now, man. So the three options were, well, I'll just show you the result. So there was obviously the US protesters who've won it. They were the ones who defied a statewide stay-at-home order from the governor and went down to the town hall to protest, but they did so in a way where they were, you know, in close proximity, as well as blocking like emergency services from getting out and stuff. So yeah, all across the state.
Bless America.
Yeah, I know. You can always sort of count on them to do, like, to one up whatever's going on in the world. Whenever you think it's going bad, you can always count on America to one up us in some kind of way.
But then I suppose if your leaders don't even inject bleach into you.
Well, yeah, that's it as well. I think their response has been a little bit different to what we've been doing. But you know, you got to deal with what you've got, I suppose. So yeah, those particular protesters, not just the US citizens, just to reiterate, one Idiot of the Week last week for blocking off the ambulance and the police who couldn't get past and do the job, which was no bueno, not very good. So just a couple of things. That toy that Diego had there, if I can find it again, he's saying, I've been told to say that Diego said thank you to Lisa for that one, because that is he's been enjoying that today, squeaking it and chewing it and stuff, and all the other cards and gifts and stuff. Yes, thank you very much. Lisa said she's going to put the link in for the singing nuns, I believe, as well. But yeah, cheers for that, Lynn. Really appreciate you sending that one in. Like I say, check Tom's page out on Facebook if you're looking for any more of that content. And like I say, if you guys have got any more uplifting stuff, give us a shout. And obviously, Anth, we've put your email address in the chat. We will direct anyone your way if they're wanting to get involved as well.
Very much. And honestly, if anyone's got any questions or wants to know anything about the hospice or wants to get involved in any way, please come and say hello. Cool.
So yeah, I mean, I've gone through all the questions and grilled you as much as I possibly could. Hopefully it wasn't too hard hitting and there wasn't too many in there, any curveballs in there. But just a massive thank you for coming on, mate. It's been good. Sort of flown over. So unless you've got anything else to sort of mention, I'm just going to run through what we've got coming up in the next sort of week.
Just one thing, really. Our latest newsletter is out now. It is on our website under www.stbenedicts.co.uk/publications. Have a read of it if you get the chance. It just tells you loads of good news stories on there. We've got a couple of things for the kids to do, and Media Savvy get lots and lots of mentions as well, of course. Dan and Mel obviously came across the China with us, where we raised £80,000 off to us.
So sorry, I'll go to that website now. So is that stbenedicts.co.uk/publications?
/fundraising and then /publications.
Oh, hang on, I can see the link. 2 seconds.
I think so.
Publications. And is this, how often do you guys do your newsletter? Is it?
So it's biannually, so we do it twice a year.
Okay. Oh, right, yeah, I've got it. Yeah.
You got it, yeah.
I think I got one in the post, actually. Is this the same one that came out via the post, or was that something else?
Yeah, well, just come on the last.
I was just going to say, I'm almost certain I've read this front page before. I haven't been on this website, so yeah. If you guys are looking for that, I've got a I'll put the link to that in the chat as well. But it's stbenedicts.co.uk /fundraising /publications, and then there's a list of all the newsletters there, and they're just PDFs, so you can just click on them, you can download them, and read them later. Oh, and yeah, I nearly forgot. I've just had a reminder from a ghostly bald man behind us to play the little video we made for the Hands Up for St. Benedict's challenge.
Which was brilliant, by the way. Thank you so much for getting involved in that.
It's alright. I'm mysteriously wasn't there, but there was someone there in my place. If you keep an eye out for that, you might be able to match the backgrounds up. So we'll quickly play that. In fact, before we play that, I've been sent a link, and you might want to have the stream open just so you can see in a second. And I'll make it full screen, and if you guys can maybe recognise this face right here. You'll have seen it's an exploit from China, and that's all I'll say. And I'm just going to roll the clip.
Getting along great, so it's a right laugh.
So there he goes.
Last night for some of the guys, a few sore heads this morning, but they're all still smiling.
We had a few beers.
Yeah, so just a little one so that Anth's got his wild side as well, and can get stuck in when there's some karaoke on.
You've got to represent, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely. Oh, definitely. And you do you know what it is, mate? You put your all into it. That's what I appreciate about that video. There was no messing about. You went in there and you bossed it.
You've got to have a Vaux bubble hat on if you're going to be representing the country, haven't you?
Definitely smashed it. What did the locals make of that one then?
To be fair, I went down the storm actually. I mean, I didn't know any of the words, it was apparently a well-known song. But they absolutely loved it,
Yeah.
Why would you not want a drunken British gadget jumping around in your front
exactly.
room,
That's exactly what I think about that all the time. I think, you know what it is? I just want someone to come and stomp me around in this room and scream as loud as I can. All the time. So yeah, one more little video that we did. I'm just going to play it with the audio as it is. I'm going to turn it down a bit because the song is very loud. So we did this just to explain in a bit of context. You guys did a Hands Up for Hospices challenge. It's an awareness raising thing. So we got involved. We didn't do it on TikTok, unfortunately. We just did it as a video.
And sadly, it didn't take off as well. We were hoping we'd get a bit more interest there, nationally, and of course, but you guys got involved, which was great.
Yeah. Well, if anyone wants to get involved and do a Hands Up for Hospice, even if it's just a selfie or a little video, get involved. You flip yourself upside down here, Anth. I don't know if you
hanging by my legs.
Okay.
By my legs.
Yeah. Is that we've hung you out to dry? Is it? Yeah, I see. Right. Yeah. So there you go. I'll play this, and then we'll start wrapping up. Off we go. As you can see in the bottom right there, I've been replaced by whatever that is. Yeah, and that'll do. So I'm worried about the copyright on that music, so I don't want to get the video muted. So I'll play. That's all I'll play of that. But yeah, if anyone wants to get involved, are you still taking submissions for that?
Definitely, yeah. Please get involved.
Yeah, good stuff.
Just a bit of fun, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. If you're bored at home and there's a couple of years to do a bit of Hands Up for hospices, and that's the hashtag as well there. So I've got that on the screen. So I just thought Dan just thought we'd put a little bit in there just to make you sweat a little bit with the karaoke, and then we have to be on camera as well, so it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Of course.
We've got that weekly highlight reel coming out every week as well, and it just seems to be bloopers of me and a few of Mel. So if that makes you feel any better, it seems like we're getting the mic taken out over every week and all. So don't worry about it. And yeah, that's where we'll probably end on that, unless I'll double check the chat to see if anyone's got any questions. What I'm also going to ask you guys to do, I haven't mentioned it yet, and I can hear Dan's and Lisa's comments ringing in my ears saying, you haven't mentioned the survey. So if you guys could please spare 30 seconds to a minute to fill in the survey that I've just posted in the chat, that would be great, and it'll give us some feedback, and the feedback really is valuable, because without it we can't really gauge where we're at with these sessions, and what we what we can offer as well, because there's a bit in there where you can give us some feedback about what you'd like to see, which is really important to us. So if you could please just do that. And if anyone has any questions for Anth, if you don't get a chance to ask him now, Andy, if you keep asking for answers to the quiz, I'm going to have to time you out in the chat, because we can't have cheating taking place. Plus, we don't want to spoil it for Anth. He has to do his. He has to have a go without cheating. So yeah, mate, massive thank you for coming on today. We will, like I say, post the links to your guys' social media and stuff like we always do, and we'll continue to shout you out. And we'll try and get some stuff organised, and hopefully we'll get some people doing some submissions for the Hands Up for Hospices, hopefully, at least one or two. So yeah,
great, and thank you so much to everybody. Really, Savvy, genuinely, we have a great relationship with you guys. You've done so much for us. Honestly, everything you do is really, we're really thankful for. So thank you. So
on
much.
that note, actually, I've just Andy is going to send. They did a video. They did a Zoom call for the Hands Up for Hospices. They just couldn't get the music working, so they're going to send it across for us to have a look, and then we're gonna get that posted on there as well. So there you go. There's one submission on its way.
Excellent. Well, I think what we'll do, we'll relaunch it again on Monday, and we'll just see if we can get a bit more traction on it this time. So bit of
definitely
fun.
We can put it out as a tweet as well.
Great, thank you.
Instead of just a reply, we can maybe put it out there as well. Spot on, mate. Thank you very much for being here, and like I say, your contact information will be in there, so hopefully people will be in touch if they've got any questions. I cannot see any more in the chat, I've just checked. And yeah, if you guys just keep up to date on our social media for future streams, and remember to like the streams and subscribe to get notifications of when we are going to be live. That'll be great. And if everyone could just say thanks and goodbye to Anth as well, because he's been great, he's been a good guest.
And if anyone's got if anybody knows Diego's name of his girlfriend, and he's
no spoilers, but if you rewatch the video back on the bit where I'm playing the images through, I might have accidentally revealed one of the answers.
Oh.
Accidentally. So yeah, it's all about watching the content and stuff. So if you have a little scrub back through the video, you might find some answers. You might not. So yeah, cheers guys, and have a good weekend. Stay
have
safe.
A great weekend.
Yeah, cheers man. Right, see you later guys. Ta-ra.